nice to meet you. I'm Emma.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for
Um,
having
yeah, of course. I'm so excited to get into your whole solo journey. Um, it already looks so promising so far, and yeah, I'm so excited.
me.
Yeah, so listeners and fans can already look forward to exciting moments in this new era. After a year of announcing yourself as a solo artist, you've now signed with UMG Korea as your home label. Yeah. I'm curious, what went into the decision making behind sticking to this label? What was that moment like for you in making this decision?
So basically, because I was able to, and I was lucky enough to be in a pop group for about 6 years up until my solo journey, and we were based in LA, but everyone was from different countries, and we got to travel the world. So, which led to having so many so many international fans. I'm so grateful. It's such a unique experience, and I just wanted to make sure for my next solo journey, like I can carry on that vision of being an international star and being able to speak to different people. And what is a better company than Universal? It's one of the biggest companies in the world. And also, I still wanted to come back to my roots, which is Korea. I'm born and raised here, and I'm so grateful for the experience of how I got to see the world from a full-on Korean young woman perspective. So I wanted to make sure I find the right fit for that. And UMG Korea is definitely that. And I love my team. So yeah, so excited. I'm so grateful.
Yes, it's so exciting. It seems like the perfect fit. And let's talk about Pivot because I'm obsessed. The sound is so unique, and I'm gonna say this multiple times. I'm already wanting more. Like it was
Wow.
just so good. Yeah. And by the time this video drops, fans will have already had the chance to see the music video and HEYOON. It was insane. Those dark visuals, choreography, that risque opening scene, there were so many layers. And yeah, I mean, we can divide this up into two questions, but how was it like working on the music video, from the acting to staying true to your dancing nature and background in that choreography in the music video? Yeah, maybe you can talk about bringing the song to life within the music video and all those aspects.
Thank you for asking me this question. It's such a good question. But I think Pivot is definitely a statement piece because I wanted to make sure the storytelling behind the song is there, and also the fans. I think they're not used to seeing me like this.
Mm.
There's a lot of scenes there that were very different from the side of Heyoon that people were expecting. So I wanted to shock the fans in the best way and show a different side of me. And also, I wanted to put that in the music and the music video as well and choreography. I got to work with such an amazing female led team. Director Nayeon, she's amazing. Long story short, I'm a lucid dreamer. I lucid dream a lot, and I like to incorporate that into my creative process. So basically, when I have a music video I want to create, I would lucid dream and then come up with a couple core visuals or the main scenes that I want to put into the video. And I had this meeting, amazing meeting with her, laid out all my visions. And yeah, she's super creative the way she sees the world. So we got to collaborate on like a way deeper level than I thought creatively was possible. So I would just throw crazy things at her and she's like, okay, let's make it happen. So yeah, and everyone on the team, like it was creatively so fulfilling. And yeah, when we're doing the interview, it's like the day of the release. So I hope the fans loved it. And yeah, I hope people felt how much love I have for this project. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that all those visions came to life and came like you said, like
So
spew my
much.
blood. And like you were able to use something so personal to you, like lucid dreaming into it. That's so amazing. Um, yeah, more on the song. As I said, I was already craving more. Your sound is so promising and so unique. And I want to know from your perspective as HEYOON, as an artist, what sound were you personally trying to achieve with Pivot when you were creating it?
Yeah. Um, Amazing question. I have a very I grew up listening to a lot of like R&B, neo soul, hip hop, like, and I'm also a dancer. I've been dancing since I was a little baby. So I wanted to make sure how can I bridge those two sides of me, those two worlds of me into my sound and my music. And if you listen to it, Pivot has that like Afrobeats inspired rhythm where it keeps you kind of on a dance. And then my I love R&B. I wanted to infuse that into the vocals and create this like unique and very almost like spiritual ethereal sound, as well as the like fun dancey sound. So yeah, and it's sexy and it's flirty. I wanted to make it fun, so yeah, it's special, and I'm so grateful this was the first song. Like, this is more like, okay, this is HEYOON, here's the sound statement, and I can't wait to show more music to the fans too.
So exciting. And like in similar regards to you saying like you chose this as the first song, well, I'm sure like I don't know if there was other songs in the vault, but
Yeah.
what was it about Pivot that stood out to you? Was it like you mentioned the fact that you could see yourself in it, or yeah, like was there a specific, oh my gosh, like this is it moment?
Okay, I'm a Libra.
Okay.
I'm all about balance, and I think Pivot had that like perfect balance of um the fun side of me, the flirty and like fun, goofy side of me, but also the serious and R&B side of me. But why this was the first song? I've been writing for a while now, and I have a lot of music piled up to show to the fans. But I wanted to make sure the first song is again a statement into showing what the taste is gonna be like into the universe I'm creating right now. No pun intended. But like by the time I will be able to release my EP and more like bigger projects, I think if people can think of Pivot as a little taste of that, I think that would be perfect.
Oh, that's amazing. And we can't mention Pivot without mentioning the feature with Armani White, a label mate of yours. How did the conversation for this collaboration come about? Was he someone that you've wanted to collaborate with? And what was it like just working on the track together? Yeah.
No, Armani's amazing. I've always been a fan of his music, and I had the opportunity to meet him. So he came to Korea like 2 months ago to perform at a festival here, and I got to see him perform. I was blown away. He's such a performer. He thrives on stage, and when you meet him in person, he's just this goofy, like funny person, and then on stage, he just puts on this whole different persona. And I'm kind of like that. I related to that and also was super inspired by that. So, and when I got to like meet him, we just like had coffee and chat like with him and his team. And he was just so humble and genuine. And like we clicked right away, became friends. And we were just texting one day and I was like, hey, this is the most important thing in my life right now, which is my first ever single, and I would love to have you on it. And so yeah, and he was so down right away. So I'm so grateful. He definitely made the song even more special and unique. And yeah, I'm a fan in general. So now we're friends. So like I'm gonna like hype him up a little bit more. But yeah, I'm grateful. Shout out to Armani. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Armani. The synergy was so great. You guys worked so well together.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
just quick thing, so Armani's coming to Korea. We're gonna do some cool content and some singing and like a lot of things ready for the fans too. So I'm excited for that as well. Just to throw it out there for people to get excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. I want to mention something you brought up a bit earlier, and I've seen you bring up in past interviews about trying to bridge the gap between Korean and Asian artists to artists all around the world. And you kind of wanting to get everywhere into everything. You know, you said you grew up in Korea and you were in Los Angeles for a while, and like you said, with UMG now creating music. Are you still focused on that global impact into your solo career? And maybe you can talk more about that.
Yeah, 100%. I want to dive even more deeper into connecting like my roots and the experience I got to have with my life and with the group, traveling with the group. And I love that you said bridge. Like, I always use that when I speak to people. I say, if I can bring one brick to that bridge to connect everybody, like my job is done. That's how I look at it. And I actually realized that what I got to have is such a unique experience. I've met different artists that have been born and raised here and debuted out here, and then with their sound they got to create, they would go global, or they are born and raised somewhere else and they're coming back into Korea and doing things. And for me, like being a born and raised girl, like I got to travel the world at 20, which is so young, and then life-changing experience happened for me. And it was, there's nobody that has, any other artist that has been able to experience that. So I'm so grateful, and that put on the responsibility, like, because I was lucky enough to be given this experience, it's my job to continue and make sure people feel more heard. And yeah, I think it's all about representation and creating community. So I want to make sure with my music and my solo career journey, like people feel heard more, and people feel like, oh, she did it, like I can do it too, you know? So yeah, that's the goal, ultimate goal.
Yeah, no, like my next question was going to be that you are one of the first Korean female soloists to do this type of global approach. And, it's going to be so impactful for everyone else, coming forward after you. So, yeah, it's so awesome. Um, yeah, of course. I when I was researching everything, I came across your Instagram and I saw all the lovely responses from all of your fans about not only your label announcement, but just the single announcement. It was
Yeah.
incredible the support. How did you feel seeing all that love and support, and how have you felt encouraged through that?
No, I'm like, I cry every day. I look at the comments, I cry every day because I'm just genuinely so grateful. They've been so supportive. My fans have been so supportive since day one. And I actually, like, for almost 2 years, I realized it's been 1.5, 2 years since I've been putting out any music. And for them to be so patient with me and just wait until, like, I wanted to make sure it's right, you know, like what I give is something that the fans deserve. So I wanted to take my time and make it right. And they understood that. And yeah, the love I'm receiving, I don't know what to do with it. All I'm doing is, like, I try every day to give back the love and support. But yeah, they've been so loyal to me, and I'm so grateful. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's so sweet to see. I'm so happy for you and that like you have so many people who have stayed so long because this is going to be an incredible journey. On a different note, but still staying true to HEYOON, I've heard you talk about like I was watching podcasts that you were on and like yesterday, and you talked about um your activities and supporting foundations and helping kids and medical care and work with Art of the Elysium, I'm pretty sure. I'm very familiar with them, like I've covered them before. And I'm curious, how to know more about you and these efforts, outside of being an artist and also how it intertwines with being an artist and your artistry as well.
Great question. So, like, in general, I do believe I'm a vessel. Like, I get to do music, make music, and be creative, but I think I should be the voice for people that has something to say, but maybe not everyone's listening. And that's what I want to put into my music and whatever I do. I'm very intentional with everything I do in life, like besides my creative process. And if you, like, any friends, close friends of mine, knows that I'm always looking for opportunities I can collaborate and help with foundations and organizations that can help children. And why I say children is, I think the next generation is the most important thing for the earth's health, and like for everyone to have a happier life. And I really care. I'm a very purposeful person. So yeah, I carry that so close to my heart and see if there's any opportunities. And in the future, hopefully I get to collaborate more with amazing partners like Art of Elysium, and I get to do things on my own too. like growing up in Korea and I had a little bit conservative parents. I love them dearly, but they were so concerned of me being in the industry even or pursuing this career. And I realized like in every way culturally, but also support, just not everyone has the opportunity or money or time to have that education, especially when you want to do art. So, like from my personal experience of being a young girl, not feeling supported, I wanted to make sure from now on, anyone else that needs that support in any way, like I want to be able to help. So, yeah, I answered that with like two paragraphs, but I'm really passionate about it. So,
I love it. It's so nice to see how connected you are with like not only your music, but just with everything, like making sure that it is stable for the next generations and that you're supporting that too. So beautiful response. Thank you so much. Um, and another thing outside your music, earlier this year, you were a part of Lacoste Spring Summer show. How was that experience? And like, does fashion play a part in your overall artistic expression or your personal brand as an artist? I kind of want to know more about that experience in the summer and just about fashion in general for you. Like, is that something you're into?
yeah. Oh my God. The Costa show, first of all, insane, crazy experience. Like, just being in Paris and really getting to, this was my first fashion week ever. So I was like, whoa, who am I? Like, how do I get to be here? The whole experience was overwhelming and so much energy. It was so chaotic in the best way. Everyone's dressed amazing and I got to meet the coolest people. So, and it was my birthday, which made it extra special. I partied so hard after the show. It was so much fun. And fashion, of course, plays the biggest role in my life besides music and other creative parts. I think it all comes hand in hand of expression again. And um, I look at it like this. I think like I believe in souls, that humans have souls, and this is our body, right? And I'm also a gamer, so maybe this perspective comes from that. But let's say like our body is an avatar, right? Like if you're not gonna have fun with your avatar, what are you doing? So
Yeah.
like you're just an avatar, you go dye your hair pink, do some piercings, like put on the best outfit that makes you feel like whatever you want to serve that day. So yeah, I think fashion is so fun and I like even when I'm chilling at home, I dress up just for myself. Feel good, so yeah,
No,
I
I
love
love it. I love it so much. Self-expression is like one of the most important things and so easy to do through fashion. So
it.
I love it. Um, and we're running out of time, but I do just want to say I'm just so excited for you, and I can already feel like the big things coming for you in the future. I'm so excited. So much can happen in just a month, as well as just a year as an artist. So my final question is, what do you want to keep doing, and where do you see yourself? We can say, by the end of next year, like what is your goal? Because so much can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this is a big question. Thank you for asking,
Yeah.
but definitely I want to really focus on putting out a lot of music and building this whole new era for me. Not era, whole new journey for me. And introducing myself to the world, but also just experiencing life all over again as a solo artist. I'm super excited for that journey. And hopefully by the end of this year, I would love to see the fans in person. Like, I want to make opportunities I can go and perform for the fans and meet them in person. And I hope I'm happy, like, really, really genuinely happy with the creative fulfillment I'm getting to experience right now, beginning of this journey. I'm in the most happiest, healthiest I've ever been right now, and I have such a strong and amazing team. I love my team. So yeah, next year I hope I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now, which is being myself and loving what I do and everyone around me. So yeah, thank you for asking that.
Yeah. Hey, and that was so sweet. Such a sweet response. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And congratulations. I'm so excited for the release tonight. Yay.
Me and so nice to meet you, Emma.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.